Sorry, guys. All right, so we are going to go ahead and go through these notes. Like I said, we're going to use some colors. And again, this is a review. However, ask questions if you have forgotten in previous, since last year. All right, so it says Denise is learning to make cupcakes using her grandmother's recipe card, but accidentally dropped the card in the on the floor. Help Denise order the steps correctly below. So we have combined flour and baking powder. Add to the creamed mixture and mix well. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes in the preheated oven for cupcakes. Bake 20 to 25 minutes. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Grease and flour a 9 by 9 inch pan or fill a muffin pan with paper cups. In a medium bowl, cream together the sugar, the butter, beat in the eggs one at a time, then stir in the vanilla. Pour or spoon batter into the prepared pan. All right, so obviously this is very out of order. Now, if you've never baked anything, this might seem a little weird to you. That's why we're going to do it together. Which one do you think we need to do first, though? Everly?
First thing we want to do is preheat the oven so that it heats up while we're baking batter.
Yes. So the very first thing you always do is you need to preheat the oven. So you just put a 1 in front of that. All right. What do you think we need to do next, Grayson? Grease and flour the 9 by 9 pan, or put in the muffin, the paper cups in the muffin pan. All right, what do you think we need to do next? Sam? Yes. So we're starting to combine our ingredients. All right, what do you think we need to do after that? Angel? Yes, so we're combining the flour and the baking powder. All right, what do we do next? Question. Yes. Yep. And then obviously the last step is to bake it. Now, stop. Why is that important to do it in order? Like, why is it important for us to cook this in order? Question? Right. If we do it wrong, it's not going to taste as good, and we can't combine the flour, bake the flour, then preheat the oven. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? So how does baking something in order go with order of operation? How do they correlate? Because y'all are like, we're teaching math, or we're learning math, we're not learning about baking. So how is making sure that you complete a recipe in the correct order the same as doing order of operation? If y'all do not stop, you will be my silent lunch table too. Focus up here. Gracie.
Okay, so I bake a lot. So the important thing to do is always want to follow the instructions and never go by like my mom says. With cooking, you can sometimes pre-make it, but baking, you have to follow the instructions.
Okay, but how does this correlate to order of operation?
Because, you have to do things step by step.
Yes, you have to do things step by step. You also have to do things in order. If you don't do them in order, are you going to get the right answer?
Yeah.
If you don't bake something in the right order, are you going to get the right outcome? All right, let's slide down to the next part. So, order of operation provides a process for simplifying expressions so that all answers are the same. There are various ways to remember this. Now, they've always taught you, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? You guys have all heard that. The problem with that is that you don't multiply, then divide, you don't add, then subtract. You do whatever comes first. So yes, we're gonna write PEMDAS, but we're not going to write, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We're going to slide over here and do PEM/DA/S. Why are we doing the slash? Sincere. I can't hear you. We don't multiply then divide, right? Like, that's why we're not doing my dear Aunt Sally. Because that has been ingrained to you that you multiply then you divide. That's not true. How do you multiply or divide, add or subtract? How do you know? What do you do? Yes, whichever one is coming first. All right. Down here, we are going to kind of make our own little visual of the order of operations right here. And then we're going to talk about like the steps there. All right, so get out of color. I almost did it wrong. And you need to write a P. What does the P stand for? What does the P stand for? Right. Parentheses. So we are going to do parentheses. And this is always first. Okay? If you need, there's a desk right outside my door today, and that's where you can sit if you cannot focus, baby. You're not doing anything, and he's talking to you, so I'm confused. Huh? Okay, well, at this point, don't worry about him because it's only going to get you in trouble. All right, so make sure that you have a first on the left side and the rest of parentheses on the right side. All right, the next thing that we do is an E. What does the E stand for? What does the E stand for? Alex. Exponents. And that is always second. So you're always doing parentheses first, then you do your exponents second, and I'm even gonna just put a little X right here that's small right next to my E to remind us what an exponent is. All right, then your third step is either multiplication or division. You are doing whichever comes first from left to right. Okay, so please go ahead and add that little information. You notice I wrote that with my black pen. I need you to write that with your pencil, please. And then your fourth step and your final step is the addition and subtraction. And in the corners, just to help you remember, I want you to go ahead and write what the operations are. I mean, we should know what the M, the D, the A, and the S stand for, but sometimes we do forget. So let's go ahead and add that in. Now, we have to get out of the mindset of we're doing multiplication, then division. We're doing addition, then subtraction. So we've got to get out of that mindset. We have to think whichever one is coming first, and we'll do the arrow down here too so we don't forget, for multiplication and division. So what always, no matter what, do we do first? Or do we look for first? Kira. Parentheses. You're always looking to see if your problem has parentheses. If it doesn't have parentheses, then what do we look for? Zachary. Exponents. If your problem does not have exponents, then what do we look for? Multiplication or division. Okay, and then obviously the last thing that we look for is addition or subtraction. All right, so looking at parentheses 15 minus 4 times 9, what are we doing first? Okay, so in just this one right here, what are we going to do first? Sincere? So what step is that? Is that parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction? This is parentheses. I'm going to be a real pain in y'all's, but we're going to write these in our colors. Better write small. All right, so, and let's go ahead and we're going to also kind of highlight the part that we're going to do, because this is very visual. We need it to be visual so we remember. All right, the next one, we have 18 divided by 6 times 5. Raise your hand and tell me, what do we do first? So what are we doing first? Everlyn.
Divide.
We are going to divide, and division was continue. So we're going to do our division first. So whatever color you did your division in, that's what you write your division in. Okay? All right, the next one, you have parentheses 14 divided by 2 plus 3 to the third power. What do we do first here? Raise your hand. Silas? I did not hear what you said. Yes. So you're doing parentheses again. All right, the next one, it says 2 to the 4th minus 15 plus parentheses 12 squared minus 4. So this time, yes, we're doing parentheses, but I want you to tell me what we're doing in our parentheses. Okay, so we know we're doing parentheses. That's a given. But now I want you to tell me what we're doing inside of our parentheses. Angel T, what are we doing inside the parentheses? I can't hear anything you're saying, babe. Is that what? Right, I already told you, we know we're starting with parentheses. What are we doing first inside of those parentheses? So if you're not sure, you have this visual right here. So technically we've done our parentheses, we check it off. What comes next? And we're looking at 12 squared minus 4. So what are we doing next? What comes next, babe? What comes next? It should, huh? Yes, we are doing that exponent. All right, and then the last one is 4 times 8 divided by 5 minus 3. What are we doing first here? What are we doing first here? So 4 times 8 divided by 5 minus 3. Zachary? Yes, so we're doing that multiplication. So the 4 times 8. All right, so at this point, you may put your colors away. I'm not going to use them anymore. No more torture. All right, give me a thumbs up when you are good to go. You've got your notes caught up, and we're ready to move on to the next side. Actually, no, let's go ahead and stand up. Let's get a little bit of movement once you're done. All right, go ahead and have a seat. All right, so we are going to be simplifying this expression below using order of operations. Show your work for each line in the space given. Now, with order of operation, especially, yes, this is a review, but at the same time, this is still you guys showing me your thinking. You have to show each step. You cannot do 3 steps in one and get an answer. We might be able to, but you're not going to. Why? Why do you think that? Zachary? Right, it doesn't show your work. So how do I know if you get the answer wrong if you go from 18 plus 6 times 2 squared to your answer and it's wrong? I cannot help you. All right, so you are going to write P, E, M/D, A/S. Yes, everybody is writing this. And we are going to cross off as we do each part. So, P stands for what? Parentheses. Do we see any? No, so let's cross off the P. All right, how about exponents? Do we see any? Yes, we do. So we are going to do 2 times 2, which gives me what? 4. So I'm going to bring down 18 plus 6 times 4. All right, I've gotten rid of my exponents. What comes next? Multiplication or division. Do we have any multiplication or division? Angel? We do. So we're going to do 6 times 4, which gives me what? 24. And then I bring down my plus and I bring down my 18. Do we have any division? Nope. So let's just go ahead and cross that off. Do we have addition or subtraction? Yes, we have addition. So we're going to do 18 plus 24. What does 18 plus 24 equal? Raise your hand and tell me. 42. All right, so this is your process. This is how you're going to do it. Even if you don't want to, this is how you're doing it. All right, so same thing over here for number 2. All right, 18 plus 6 times, or in parentheses, times 2 squared. What do we do first? Parentheses, do we have any?
Yes.
All right, so what is 18 plus 6? Raise your hand. Is 18 plus 6? Allison. Yes. Bless you. So we have 24 times 2 squared. All right, parentheses are gone. Do we have exponents? Yes, we do. So we're going to do 2 times 2 is what? 4. And then I have 24 times 4. So do I have multiplication or division? I do. I have multiplication. What is 24 times 4? Raise your hand. What is 24 times 4? You should not be looking at me. You should be doing your work on your paper right now. Isaac, what's 24 times 4? 96. And then we don't have any addition or subtraction. All right, so what is the biggest difference between number 1 and number 2? Like, because they were the same numbers, right? Same operations, but what was the difference? Sincere. So number 2 had parentheses, what? I can't hear what you're saying, baby. Okay, but how does that affect your answer? Okay. All right. Anybody else want to add something to this? Samantha? What? Okay, be more specific. What do you mean? Because they were in the same order. So it increased the value? All right, thumbs up when you have that written down. All right, so let's look at number 3. So we're going to solve number 3 together. So everyone do your P/E/M/D/A/S on the side. All right, what are we looking for first? What are we looking for first? I need some new hands. I'm not asking you to do any math. I'm just asking you to look at the letters. Molly. So we're going to start with our parentheses. So inside your parentheses, you have 9 plus 14. Raise your hand and tell me, what is 9 plus 14? Summer. You said 23. Okay. So I'm going to bring everything down. I'm going to bring 15 plus 8 squared minus, you said what? 13? 23? Sorry, I literally cannot hear anything y'all are saying. All right. Parentheses are gone. What are we looking for next? Answer. Exponents. Do we have any? All right. What is 8 times 8? Raise your hand. Drake.
6, 4.
Okay, so then we have 15 plus 64 minus 23. Do we have any multiplication or division? We don't have any multiplication or division. We do have addition and subtraction. Which one do we do first? Addition, because why? Raise your hand. Why are we doing addition first? Angel. Yeah, it'll be left to right, and addition comes first. So 15 plus 64. 15 plus 64 is what? Sincere? 79 minus 23. What is 79 minus 23? Blake. You said 56? Equals 56. And when we're doing order of operation, when you're doing your problems, I do want you to circle your answer because there's a lot going on, right? And circling your answer just makes it easier for me to see. All right, you and your group members are doing 4 and 5. Hold on, before you get started, you have to do PEM/DA/S and cross off as you go. Okay? On these two, yes. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we start with the exponent, which is 7 plus 5. I know we don't have to see this stuff. Yes, there is. Yeah, 49 minus 13. So we're doing the first one together. What is the big line? 4. That's okay, 36. We do. Oh, one second. What is it? I talk about this. What is it? Yeah. No, we have to. We have which is 2, because we have, and then we do about 36, 36, and that's 32. No, 6 plus 56, yeah. Oh, we just minus 24 minus 6.
Guys, real quick, stop for 1 second. For number 4, that line, it looks like a fraction bar. It's actually division. Just so you know, that is a division sign.
circle and oh, I thought it was because you had this 6 foot until 36. Oh yeah. Okay, so we don't have but we do have an exponent which is 2 which equals 4. Now we have to talk about
Slide the desk. Mason, slide the desk.
7 times 8 is 56. We also have, and we have to minus that by 1, and then have to subtract that by 5, and then add that. Oh yes, we do. Yes, we do. 4 times 3. Okay, we all need to process this. So we need 3 times 4. Yes, so we have 12.
You guys have less than a minute.
So we have 12.
That was 5 minutes.
8 minus 5 is... Wait, no, we don't do that. We have 12. 8 minus 12 plus 5. Yeah, 36 divided by 6. Okay, so we have 5 or 6 plus. So we have 5 plus... No, that's 5 plus... No, 5 plus 12. 5 plus 12. Solve the top one. Look. So you solve this. Then you solve the bottom. You solve the top. Then you solve the bottom. Then you divide the top row by 5. Okay.
I know that you may not have gotten finished with these two, and that is okay. Shh. Put your pencils down. All right, so looking at number 4. Everybody at least finished number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so number 4, what did you realize you have to do? What do you have to do with this one? Blake. Never mind. Samantha.
Solve the top, solve the bottom, then divide the 2.
Yes, so you have to do top, bottom, then divide. All right, so if I'm looking at just the top, I have 7 squared minus 13. What do I do first? Okay, so I'm going to do 7 times 7, which gives me 49. And then I'm going to subtract 13. So the top equals 36. Then on the bottom, we have 24 minus 18. That's the only thing we have down there. So what is, raise your hand, 24 minus 18? It's 24 minus 18. Answer. All right, so then I do 36 divided by 6, and raise your hand and tell me what your answer is. Christian? 6. All right, so how did we do with that one? Get that one right? You didn't get it right? All right, so if you did not get it right, you need to copy down the right answer. Okay? So number 5, I know some of us did not get to this, and that is fine. We're going to walk through it together. All right, do we have parentheses in number 5?
No.
All right. We do have an exponent. We're going to do 2 times 2.
4.
Do not call out. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Do we have any more exponents? No more exponents. All right, we're looking for multiplication or division. Raise your hand if you see one or both of those. One or both. Silas. So 7 times 8 and 3 times 4? Okay, so we actually have to do the 7 times 8, then we have to do the 3 times 4, and then we have to bring everything down. So 7 times 8 equals what? Zachary. So 56, then I'm going to bring down my minus 5. And then what is 3 times 4? Ansley. I'm going to bring down my plus 12. Do I have any division? No. Do I have addition and or subtraction? Yes, I have both. Which one am I doing first? Which one am I doing first? Gracie. Why? But what's the easier reason why I'm subtracting first? Why am I subtracting first? Samantha? Because it comes first. All right? 56 minus 5. What does that give me? Ansley? All right, 51 plus 12. What is 51 plus 12? 63. All right. We are going to save these two. We'll come back to him tomorrow. We may not come back to him. It's just, I feel like for the most part, I need you to really just practice the computation of order of operation. So we are going to glue our notes page in. So just like yesterday, we're folding it in half. We do not need the singing. All the sidebar needs to stop. All the humming, all the whatever is going on. Just be quiet, glue your paper in, and turn to the next page. And when this focuses, I need you to write guided practice, order of operations, and today's date. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go over the top two together. And then we're going to do one of the reviews down here. And I'm actually going to have you guys do it in your notebook so you're not like squishing it into a smaller space. So for 1 and 2, it says describe the error in each problem below. So we're looking at the original problem is 36 divided by 3 plus, parentheses, 3 squared times 2. All right, so the first step you need to do is what? Parentheses. Did they solve the parentheses?
Yes.
So they solved the 3 squared, right? And they got 9. But then did they solve the other part of the parentheses? No, they didn't. So technically they only got the exponent in the parentheses. So then that changes our whole answer. So where did they make their mistake? So where did they make their mistake? Alex? So we'll say, so they did not complete all the steps in the parentheses. Because ultimately they should have done 9 times 2 in the parentheses. But yeah, so I mean they didn't complete the process of getting rid of the parentheses. Yep. All right, so looking at number 2, our original problem is 9 squared. I'm sorry, some of y'all are still writing. I apologize. Give me a thumbs up when you're done writing. I apologize, that's my fault. All right, so the next one, number 2, it says 9 squared divided by 3 minus, parentheses, 6 times 4. So the next line is 27 minus 6 times 4. So what did they do wrong? Kira? All right, hold on. So they didn't, hold on. Shh. So they didn't do parentheses. They just kind of took them away, right? Okay. What did they do? Yeah, so they did exponents and what else? Okay. So they did exponents and you said division in one step. All right. Stand up when you have this done. If you're over there, just slide over so both of them can see. don't have, or I say you don't have to move your whole body just so when they're writing, because I have you sit there, but you can still sit over there if you want. All right. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than what we did yesterday. So everyone stop, pencils down, eyes are on the TV. You are going to glue this piece of paper in, but you're not going to glue it all the way down. The reason I'm having you glue this in is so that it doesn't fall out of your notebook. You are going to take a teeny strip, do not do this, watch, a teeny strip of glue and put it right underneath your title. You're going to take your paper, glue that top part down, and that way you can fold up and see the bottom part of your paper. Okay? So go ahead, do that. Give me a thumbs up when you're finished. If you're not sure what to do, please raise your hand and I will come and help. All right, we are going to be completing these problems underneath this sheet. Like I said, so you actually have a little bit of room and you're not like shoving it all in here. So the very first thing we're gonna do, you're gonna flip it up. You're gonna write number 3. All right, so number 3, you're writing 43 minus 20 in parentheses minus 2 times 5. Sorry, I put a decimal there, I didn't mean to. On the side, you're going to put your PEM/DA/S. You are not going to do any work on the rest, like on this little half sheet of paper for the rest of this paper. Does that make sense? You're going to do everything else on your page. So again, I want to model what this is going to look like. So you're going through. Do we have parentheses?
Yes.
Yes, we do. So we're going to solve that first. What is 43 minus 20? Raise your hand. 43 minus 20. Joshua, are you sure? 43 minus 20. You want me to ask somebody else? Do you want me to ask somebody else? Yeah? Okay. Angel. Torres, sorry. Angel T. 23. So now you have 23 minus 2 times 5. All right, so our parentheses are gone. Do we have any exponents? No. Nope. Do we have multiplication or division? Yes, we do. So we have multiplication. So 2 times 5. Raise your hand. 2 times 5. Isaac. 10. Do we have any division? Nope. Do we have addition? Nope. Do we have subtraction? All right, 23 minus 10 gives me 13, and I'm going to circle my answer. All right, that is how I want you guys to solve these problems. Did it feel a little bit easier on the line paper than squished into that? All right, I'm also going to change your homework because we only have 6 minutes. So the crossword puzzle is not going to be your homework today. What is going to be your homework, and I need everyone to pay attention. So we just did 3, right? 3 was part of your homework. You're going to have to do 4, 6, and 7. Okay, so technically you guys have 3 left to do on your own. Huh? Well, you're going to start it now. You guys will be back with me for when you'll probably have time to do it then, because I'm not going to plan anything. We're supposed to also be getting our iPads at some point today. So go ahead, get started. You may work with your group members on these if you want to. If you do not want to, you do not have to. Yes?
I can't find it.
It's right here, baby. I just told you this is not your homework. This is your homework. Baby, this is your homework. This was supposed to be homework. I'm not giving this to you because we didn't have time.